How much should you pay in personal training rent in 2023? So guys, my name is Victor and today I'm going to talk about gym rental or personal training rental or personal training fees. How much are you expecting to be paying if you are out in the industry? Maybe you are a PT and you can compare the price that you are paying to other places as well. And moreover, I will give my opinion about some rental systems that I see out there. So let's go. To start with, we need to understand that you are a personal trainer. You are a business owner. You own your own business. Therefore, you decide where you want to run your business. This gives you power to decide where you want to go and where you want to pay and where you want to work, which means don't be fooled by some managers or some gym owners who eventually will interview you in the very first time that you are walking to a gym looking for an opportunity to be a PT, and they will tell you that they are hiring you because they really like you. The thing is, some gyms, they have targets as to how many PTs have to be working within that facility. What do I mean by that? Every gym has a business model, okay? One of these models, normally bigger gyms, because also they have a lot of members, they drop the membership fees provided that they can have a substantial amount of PTs paying higher rent, and then balancing that out, they can make some cash flow, improve their cash flow, and make that business work. So in other words, what does that mean is that they really need to have a certain amount of PTs, no matter what the quality is. So in the end of the month or in the end of the year, they balance their sheets. They actually are making money. So what's the consequence of it? What's gonna happen is that some gyms will put as many PTs as they can on the gym floor and lock them into a contract, and often even charge them an entry fee. So then they now have a lot of cash and a lot of PTs working for them and locked into a contract. So they are paying that gym for a long period of time. So understanding that we have this type of gyms, we have the other types of gyms, they have lower overheads, which means they might be a gym with only one staff member, maybe just the manager, and they need PTs for retention. What does that mean? Well, because there is only one staff member, typically 24/7 gyms, the small 24/7 gyms, they have the manager and the PTs do all the groundwork. They engage with members, they run small group training, they train people there, they do all the member engagement activities, and the manager is managing, and therefore they don't need to charge as much. So it's a different setup. And then in between, we have everything else. For example, we can have a gym where they don't charge as much, but they also give you opportunities to be a group fitness instructor there. You have other gyms where they are sort of a boutique studios where they may charge per client that you bring there as well. And you have all these sorts of models out there that you can work with or work in, okay? So let's understand how much rent you would be looking at paying in 2023. I start with zero, okay? Why zero? How can I work in a gym, Victor, and pay zero rent? Well, typically this will happen in 24/7 gyms. You can get a position, a paid position of assistant manager, and you can run a PT business on the side, which means you are getting paid for some hours. There are certain hours that have to be on the desk, and then outside of those hours, you are free to do personal training, okay? So this is zero rent. Moreover, you have some income coming in particular if you have some admin experience. Another option as well is when you subsidize your hours with some time in the gym. So typically what happens is you can run some small group training, and that small group training is enough so it subsidizes whatever rent you have to pay to the gym. Legally, gym owners can't really do that. So how do they fake it per se? So they will pay you for the group sessions you are running, but they will also discount the rent. So that makes sometimes things even. However, technically you are working for free to subsidize your rent. That's another way of paying zero, and that's a pretty good way too, okay? Another way is to pay low fees, which means anywhere between $80 to $120 an hour. There's a lot of gyms out there who would be happy to have good PTs paying this low amount. They will charge you only about that much, and you can just freely run your personal training business in that particular location. Sometimes these gyms even have multiple locations nearby under the same owner, where you can literally either run sessions in different locations or hire other PTs to work for you in those different locations. That's how PTs often expand their business. Moving on, then you start going towards a higher rental structure, as well as contracts, as well as entry fees. So how does that work? Typically, you want to work in a gym that do not lock you into a contract. All these gyms that I mentioned, all these models that I mentioned up to now, they won't lock you in a contract because they know there is a high turnover rate. They are more flexible, more laid back kind of a business model, and they don't want to hassle as well. You know, if it works, work. If it doesn't work, that's fine. You know, you move away and then they hire another PT, and that's okay. However, the gyms that need PT rental as a source of income, they will most likely lock you into a contract. Why? Because to balance their sheets, they need that predictable income. They can't have 20 PTs working today and 10 PTs leaving tomorrow, because each PT is paying a lot, so they can't really let them go because the business is relying on that income, and I don't like that, by the way. So the bigger the gym is, it's more likely that they will have a structure like this. However, if you have a range of rental around the $200 to $300 per week, then you are looking at a gym where it may give you some other opportunities to be a group fitness instructor, and even some managerial positions, personal training managerial positions, for example, and then you may be able to expand your career a little bit as well. So from that, you start moving on towards the 300 plus, and the highest rent that I have seen a gym charging is about $480 a week just for you to be a personal trainer in that gym. That's ridiculous. That's just why. The truth is as well is that if you are running 30 sessions a week and you got to the point that you are charging $120 an hour, then you can pay $500 a week, and that's fine. But even though I think it's unnecessary, we can run a good business and you don't need to pay that much. In addition, those gyms will say that they will put you in a mentorship program. What a mentorship program is? Well, basically the PT manager, who often wasn't capable of running a very successful PT business himself, will teach you how to run a PT business now. So, and that's what they call a PT mentoring program, or whatever their name is. And that basically is, you pay $400 a week or something along those lines. You've paid your $1,500 just to join that particular gym. And then from that, you also join their professional development or PT development program. But the truth is, if you pay $200 a week anywhere else, With the other $200, you can choose your own mentor who will actually provide you a good service and will care about you. And there is a lot of good mentors out there and good companies that will offer good mentorship programs, and even better that they are individualized mentorship programs as well. So in the end of the day, the rents can vary from zero all the way to almost $500 a week. It doesn't mean they give you more clients. The client is always up to you to look for, and in between that you have to look for opportunities to work and expand your career within that company. You have to try to understand if that company is trying to make money out of you. You have to try to understand if there is better opportunities elsewhere. And you also need to be able to compare whatever they offer to you in this gym, in that gym, and on the other gym across the block, because there is always a better deal around. So hopefully I clarified how the rental system is and how much you should be paying. In the end of the day, the choice is always yours because it's your business, so you work wherever you want. If you like the video, subscribe to the channel and we'll carry on making more videos trying to help the fitness community to improve, do better, do more, and help more people. I see you next time.